Okay. I'll just wait for this to pop on live, then we are. Yay! Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Okay. Right, where is everyone then? I'll just wait for this to pop on live, then we are. I need to mute myself on there, don't I? Yay! Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Okay. Right, where is everyone then? I'll just wait.
There we go.
Much better. So we're hitting. Yay! Okay, so sometimes it takes a little bit of a minute to connect to every bit of technology that we would like to. There is no one button fixes all, although we would very much like that. That's not the reality. So, first of all, welcome to our Crystal 101 Masterclass. I'm Stacey Dudley, the founder of the Clarity Circle, and joined with me, I never know where to point, upside down, around, wherever you are on the screen right now, is my wonderful crystal mad business bestie, Jebba. And I really, really wanted to call you Queenie, but I know how much it winds you off the Richter, so I didn't want to do it.
Thanks.
Because you will repay me back later with some sort of sly comment, and it's just not worth the hassle.
Oh, hello everyone. How are you? Yeah, I do. Guilty as charged. I do absolutely love crystals, and we're just here tonight to just give you a little tiny taste of their magic and their potential. Because they can transform your energy, they can boost clarity, they really can do that, as well as boosting clarity. If you're sort of carrying around the wrong crystal and grounding yourself too much, it can go the other way. Align yourself with your deepest intentions. And today is just all about discovering the power that crystals really do have, how you choose one, and why they're so beautiful. Not just beautiful in your homes, because let's face it, everyone loves a crystal. My little girl just loves going to the crystal shop, but obviously for her it's something different than it is for me. And they are more than just a decoration.
Yeah, massively. And this is what this introductory masterclass, a little bit of info is about, because are they just the magic things, that you tell to hocus pocus, magic tricks, whatever they are? Do they actually do anything? How do you know it's real? Oh, what does it do? Does it have powers? That's the latest one I had recently when I was in Porto, and I've been to this crystal shop, and the energy when you walked in was just incredible. And I came away with the most gorgeous, huge crystal. And I got asked, does it have powers? I went, yeah, it has a lot of powers. It has a lot of powers. But what I wanted to read you a quick statement, which I think really summarizes the power of what you can use crystals for. So, crystals have been used for centuries for their healing, balancing, and amplifying energies. This isn't about magic tricks. It's about tapping into natural energies that work with us, because we're all energy. Crystals can help you shift your energy, heal old wounds, attract love, yes, please, abundance, and
yes, please.
yes, please, and even find a greater sense of calm and confidence. Today's just the start, but it's enough to get you excited about what is possible. Old wounds, calming, finding abundance. There is so much behind the visual aspect of a crystal, isn't there, Gemma?
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, really, like you say, you get questions about crystals and they don't work and how could they possibly work? Well, I always say, how does your watch work? Quartz powers a watch. So for people to say that crystals don't work is just in my opinion, crazy.
Yep.
But why would people want to use them? And it's because every single crystal holds a unique energy. So if you meet somebody that's really into crystals and stuff, you'll know that, it's sort of a little bit taboo to touch other people's crystals unless
Mhm.
you ask first, because every touch, everything that crystal's been through, it's transfer of energy. And when you bring that into your life, you're inviting a certain outcome or a certain intention in your life, which is why a lot of the time I've been to the crystal shop loads of times thinking I'm going to get one crystal and coming out with a completely different crystal,
Yeah.
because it doesn't always feel right, and it's about learning how to connect with your intuition. They're great for goal setting, great for keeping you aligned, like keeping you focused on something. They're just great. And also, like, when you're meditating and things like that, to be holding one is a really nice, it's a really nice thing to do, because not only are you bringing in the energy of that crystal, but it's also giving you something to sort of concentrate on.
Yeah. So, I mean, the best way for me to describe it, as with any sort of energy work and crystals, is imagine that you have a radio station and you're tuning in the station to trance. Woo, bit of clubland, way, bit of trance. Or you'd like the opera, or you'd like a bit of soul, or you'd like a bit of R&B. And they're all different frequencies, aren't they? And they all give you a little hit of a different energy. They all make you feel different. And that's exactly the energy that is within a crystal. But everything starts with an intention. We must intend for how something wants us to feel. We could listen to something really high vibe, music wise, and tell ourselves that we want to feel bad instead of upbeat. So when we set an intention for something and we align it with the energy of what we want to call in, this is where the magic happens. The frequencies match. And as Gemma said about grounding crystals, we can utilize them for many different things because they are giving to us. Okay, we can take from them. We can utilize the energy of that, like a battery powers other different things. Okay, so Gemma's going to share with you a few of the faves, and you've got a few, haven't you? There, and I'm just going to grab my little
I
my,
have.
my little dish that I've got here, which is super fabulous.
I
Yeah.
can't show you mine because
Oh, I've thrown them. Where do you keep your crystals, Gemma?
me, all over my entire house.
And
Oh, I've got a massive selenite bowl.
your body.
Yeah, on my
Yeah, yeah. In your bra. If you don't have a crystal in your
in my pocket sometimes if I'm taking a big bit. So, for example, like my citrine that I carry around with me is a bit jaggedy
Mm.
and it's got like a point. So I don't normally put that in my. I have put it in my bra before and regretted it. Like if one of the kids has come and hugged me or something. In fact, today's one's not great because it's a square,
Yeah.
but I really needed this. I did this on my live earlier because I've had a bad week. So, well, a bad couple of weeks really, and this is for stress and supports, which I've needed. So
Yeah.
I've not put it down.
Yes. So what three crystals have you got, Gemma?
So I think we've got. I think for me, the main ones, the ones that I sort of use the most are rose quartz. So
Beautiful.
that comes. This is like a rough rose quartz. Then I've got a Sophia,
Nice.
and I've got my little one, which should go in my bra.
These are like you, it's hard to tell in the light here, but
No, they're like really pinky. It's like a.
yeah,
It's this
yeah.
light actually. Let me try and change this light a minute.
They're very pinky. Oh, I thought I might have had the pendulum here, but I don't. They're a very
It's
nice.
like it's almost like a see-through pink. But they
Yeah.
do change colour.
Yeah.
So sometimes they are darker, but yeah, it's just my silly light. That one almost looks clear, but it is pink.
Yeah.
Um, and I tend to have rose quartz quite close to me in my bedroom. It's really good for to open up your heart and for self-love. If you're feeling a little bit, a bit down on yourself and stuff, I always reach for the rose quartz. Um,
It is that self-love, isn't it?
yeah,
It's in order to
like connection. It helps you feel
yeah,
connected.
in order to receive, in order to receive, to give love, we must also be able to receive love. And the way that we can receive love sometimes can be clouded from the life that we've held. So having that rose quartz, that self-love crystal with you allows you to settle into that trusting energy, love yourself more, give yourself more compassion and empathy, but also give that to others as well. It's not just about receiving, it's about giving and receiving. It's that connection between both. So rose quartz is on one of our top 10 list in our introductory crystal course.
Yeah,
The next one you've got is
got to be clear quartz. If you want to
yeah,
feel more focused, mentally clear, it's amazing for healing.
yeah,
So I've got my clear quartz tumblestone, which I'll put in my bra. I don't actually use clear quartz enough, but I've got a massive piece again. I've got one in like my living area, one in my bedroom, and then I've got this one, which is like I don't know what they call these.
they're like
It's like loads of different pieces of clear quartz put together. And this is in my bathroom because I think the bathroom's like one of the rooms where like everyone uses it, right? So it's
yeah.
like that in the bathroom. So every time anyone goes in, they're feeling cleansed. It's amazing for giving good energy. It sends lots of healing vibes out. But again, like the kids touch it. I'm like, stop
Yeah.
touching the crystal. I love clear quartz.
Clear,
And
clear.
I like them a bit rougher. I'm
Mm,
not I'm not a real fan of the tumble stones.
mm.
I don't know why. I just think they look a bit like the rougher ones look like they've just been pulled out of a cliff.
Yeah. Yeah. Full of energy. And as well, so I use a lot of crystal grids within my home. And
Yeah.
so putting different crystals at different points in the room. And especially for my son who struggles with ADHD and dyslexia, and he has many different worries on an evening that he goes through, and bringing that in there and cleansing that energy that's been stuck to him throughout the day and having that calming in his room has really significantly helped him. And I know many others that are as well. So if you've got any children or yourself that just needs a little bit of like, then I definitely would say get yourself some clear quartz.
Yeah. And I've got it's not on the top three, although it should be really, but I've my every single person in my house has got a selenite pyramid in their room, which
Yeah,
is just cleanses everything.
yeah, yeah. It is. I've got that here actually. Selenite, clear the clutter.
Yeah.
Clear the clutter. It literally is. My tarot cards, my oracle cards, and myself, my selenite myself, put
Mhm.
it around me. Yeah, dry brushing. And it is, because we're all energy, we attach to other people. And have you ever been in a room? Um, for me, it's always the bloody school run. Being on the school run and something, and you're thinking, bloody hell fishwives are here. And you think, oh, really, really? And then you leave feeling not your high vibe self when you entered that space. I mean, not everyone's school runs the same as mine, clearly, but I'm just using that as an example.
Some people like the school run.
Clearly. I love the school run, just not when the fishwives are out in force. Because it does deplete your energy, and we've got no time for that. We've got no time for that. So it's really good to just get that gone, done,
I feel
adios.
like you've got a bit of a. I always feel like if I, because I've got a selenite and I haven't got it out here, it's in my bedroom next to my bed. Um, but like my selenite wand, and if I've ever shove that in my bowl and I'm going somewhere like Morrison's,
Oh yeah.
other
Mm.
supermarkets are available. But when I'm going somewhere like that where I know it's going to be stressful and there's going to be people everywhere, and I just feel like I've got a little magic wand in my pocket, just like, yeah, it's okay, because I've got my space.
No, but I feel like that about Obsidian Black. And literally, I manifested my car, the whole vision of my car, fully manifested, the red leather, the soft top, the wheels, the premium plus, everything about it. And when it was obsidian black, black obsidian on the logbook, when they said it to me, and I was like, oh my God, it is the crystal of protection. So every time I get in my car, I'm like, oh, I'm protected.
Yeah.
And having that around, especially when I use different crystal grids, if I'm working in an energy session, I'm having, you know, conversations with family members that are not as consciously aware in their life as me. And I'm like, "Ooh, don't give me any negativity." And it just puts that protection in there. Whereas the selenite cleanses it and gets rid of it. But to protect it fully, bringing in that, and we weren't even going to mention that crystal today,
No,
but
we weren't. Sorry, it's my fault. This is what happens because I get so excited.
I know, I know. And I used to
I'm
be
like,
dead.
I'll be like, oh my God, I just need to talk about another one.
Yeah. I was always dead against anything that was black beforehand until I started learning the properties and the power, the actual power that crystals can have. So you've got a third one to mention,
I
haven't
have
you?
got a
Although
third
we're
one to
probably on the
mention.
fifth one
Yeah.
now
I
anyway.
just want to say as well about the tourmalines and the obsidians and stuff.
Mm.
I can't actually wear them.
Yeah.
I can use them, but I can't keep them on me because I've so my husband bought me an obsidian belly bar
Mm.
and I put it in, and for like a couple of weeks I just kept feeling like something was like pulling. So like it was like when you go over a bridge and you get that feeling in your belly all the time.
Mhm.
And after a couple of weeks I thought, hang on a minute, and took it out and it went away. So some, they are powerful and they can be too grounded for some people. If you don't need that property, sometimes it can be too much. So obviously do your research and stuff like that and be aware that sometimes the crystal's energy you might not need it.
Yeah, so getting it for the sake of it is not worth your while. Use
Yeah,
it as a healing mechanism,
yeah.
as a healing connection to amplify and assist you on your journey of life.
Mm.
And that's the best way we could sort of give you advice and guidance, in our opinion, to utilize it for the best outcome
Yeah,
that you want.
yeah.
But go on,
Okay, so last but not least, and I have got another two just in case,
I've
um,
got
is
three.
amethyst.
Yes,
I
go.
just absolutely love amethyst. So
Mhm.
it brings clarity, calmness. It's another great healer again. It's amazing for intuition. I've got amethyst everywhere. I've got a massive amethyst on my shelf in my bedroom. I've got this that my husband, he went on a golfing trip to Portugal and he bought me this in a shop,
Love it.
Portugal. And this is my favorite one. This is out in the like again in the living area, and then I've got my amethyst pyramid, which is in my bedroom again because if I'm ever meditating or whatever at bedtime, I tend to hold on to this. Again, I've been using this a lot in the last couple of weeks. I actually used this exact amethyst pyramid when my granddad, bless him, was dying last year, and I took it to the hospital. They'd called us in, and he was really sort of not really uncomfortable, but a bit restless and stuff. And I put this on him, and within a few hours, he was so calm then. I mean, and he was like that for about 5 days, but I just left this in the hospital room. And I remember my mum saying to me, you may as well take that home because it's obviously not doing anything. And I said, well, how do you know?
Mm.
It's not left the room.
Mm.
Um, so yeah,
Love that.
I love amethyst. It's just so calming, even just to see it there. You
Mm.
just know that it's doing what it needs to be doing.
It is, it's that amplifier, isn't it? Enhancing the
Yeah.
intuition, awakening the third eye, allowing you to step into a more creative vision of the life that you want to
Yeah,
create.
it's great for like if you're having a bath or something as well, because that's when you tend to do like a lot of thinking and
Mhm.
connecting and stuff like that. So yeah,
Yeah,
I
love.
haven't got a bath, but I imagine it would be very good for that.
Yeah. So my one of my really, really favorite ones that I used at the start of my coaching journey and the start of my business as well is Tiger's Eye. And it's all about overcoming fear. Because let me tell you, getting here on a live and putting it out there is not easy. And I just really felt like it connected to me deeply. Um, but this is Tiger's Eye.
Mm. I've got like a little, I've got my little one.
Cute. Love that. Love that. So that's another really good one. And then the other one that we have, and you mentioned it earlier, is the citrine.
It's my favorite.
And bringing in the light, bringing in, the abundance, the wealth, and everything that goes with it. Citrine is literally incredible. So, yeah, gorgeous, gorgeous. There's just so many for different things, but it depends exactly what it is that you want. And if you are new to crystals, but you may know about the energy centers within our body and how they operate, we have 7 main chakras in our body, and each crystal can help us bring us back into alignment for different properties of crystals. So I'm just going to show, you can sort of
Mm.
see. These are what I use within my healing sessions of the chakras, and bringing in the crystals has phenomenally changed the rate of healing, and also giving that client help and assistance on that journey with that as well. Um, so we have the Introduction to Crystals course, which is for your personal development, which is £27. So we will be releasing the link for that underneath this live or wherever it's posted. And we also are bringing a brand new, so for some of you that are on here, it's amazing, Crystal Healing Facilitator course, which is backed with our academy, which is through the International Practitioners of Holistic Medicine and the International Association of Therapists. And as members of the Complementary Medical Association and the International Coaching Federation, we are going to be giving you a rocket, basically, because if you are an energy healer, if you are a coach, if you are thinking of really skilling up and utilizing the energy that you can get from these crystals, then you definitely need to be on that course. So it's an introductory price at the moment for 111. So if you are interested, please do reach out. Did you want to mention anything else, Gemma, in regards to, cleansing and rituals you were going to just talk about, weren't you, about bringing how you can connect them to you?
Yeah, so I just wanted to say that when I first started working with crystals, obviously my whole life I've sort of picked them up and stuff like that. I remember being a teenager, going to the crystal shop, but it wasn't until I started doing the energy healing work that I really sort of started using them.
Mm.
And don't take it too seriously. Like, use your intuition. If you're just buying a crystal for the sake of buying it, the chances are that it's not going to be doing anything for you, or you're not going to connect to it. It's about connecting like intuitively to these stones. Like I would say, I mean, like, so like, for example, this little piece of clear quartz, I'm not particularly connected to it. I will use it if I want to put it on me. But this one, every time I walk into my bathroom, I literally touch it and they're like, oh, I just love you, kind of thing. So that, and then yeah, so obviously to cleanse or charge, people talk about charging their crystals a lot. And I do put my crystals out under the full moon, not every single one. But it's not like what you'd like, it's not like plugging them into the electric or anything like that and charging them up. They're not gaining like specific power that way. They're getting more like different energy, so they're getting the energy from that particular moon and putting that energy into the crystal, so that it's, but when you hear charging, people think that your crystal's going to run out of battery and they're not going to be working for you. That's not true. They are working for you, because, as you know, everything's energy and we are all energy. But when you're charging them under the full moon, you're just giving them a different energy. Lots of people say, obviously, I live by the beach, so I've taken my crystals down to like the seawater before and charged them in that. But you do need to check which crystals can and can't be in water. I think that there's not very many that can't, but
Yeah.
there are some. I
Mhm.
don't know which ones they were now.
Yeah, it's in the introductory course, and
Yeah.
also exactly how you connect to your crystal. You cleanse it, create the ritual.
I always
And
sage mine.
yeah,
Whenever I get a new crystal, I sage it. Sometimes I even Palo Santo it.
mm-hmm. Bringing in,
Um,
bringing in the positive energy. Oh, I just found literally. Oh,
ah,
you can see that underneath
that's
there.
really dark, that one. Yeah.
But what more so we wanted to bring today was, the realization of anxiety, depression, detoxing, real life hormonal imbalances, that you can assist yourself with crystals with that. You can use different crystals for pain relief. And there's different meditations that go with that. If you, for example, wanted to buy a certain crystal for a friend's birthday, there'll be a specific crystal that relates specifically, I love specificity, specifically to your friend's birthday month or birthday day. And in the introductory course, that's what we're covering. So bringing you in of awareness of how crystals are formed, where they come from, what the energy is behind them, what you can use them for, and how you connect to them specifically for you. And that's when you start to become a little bit protective, like Gemma said, of who touches your crystals. So I have like a pack of crystals that I take to workshops, seminars, retreats, and anybody can touch them, that's fine. And that's one thing that did get me when I went to the crystal shop in Porto, because she was like, "Oh, do you want to put your hand in that bowl and choose a crystal?" I was like, "Absolutely not." I said, "Because if everybody else has put their hand in there, that energy, I'm going to suck all that energy up. So no, I'm not going to touch it. Thank you. But thank you anyway. Thank you, thank you, thank you." And you will have your own. And depending on where, I mean, this is one that I got from Porto, so it's hard to see.
Oh, that's nice. I've got one like that.
Yeah, really, really nice.
Calcite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, how to receive energy in and how to give energy back, and how to protect yourself. And, this is not about meditation, but very much about sitting with your own thoughts and gaining clarity on what can bring you joy and fulfillment in your life, and how you can set your safe, sacred space, your home environment where you can feel, because let's face it, the world right now is a bit of a crazy place. And the only thing that we can do ourselves in our circle of control is use different tools that come from Mother Earth to help us on that journey. And what better way to do it than bringing in
Yeah.
crystals?
And can I just say quickly as well, if you go to a good crystal shop, and I'm not saying that like other crystal shops aren't good, but if you go to somebody who is
Oh, they are.
really
I'll say
passionate,
that.
yeah.
I'll say that.
But I
And
mean, so there's a crystal shop in the town where I live. It sells lovely crystals, but it's a lot of holidaymakers go in there. It doesn't just sell crystals. There's loads of other stuff in there, so people are touching and stuff all the time. If you find a great crystal shop where these people are so passionate about it, as you sort of progress on your crystal journey, you do get a little bit fussy about where you buy your crystals from. And my husband, it was our 10th anniversary last week, and he knows that I love this crystal shop. It's about a 25-minute drive away from my house. I really connect well with the woman in there. And he went in there and he was wandering around, and the woman behind the till wasn't the lady. And anyway, he said, "Could you get Sue, please?" to this lady. And she came out and she went around and she actually said to him, "I'm just going to go off for 5 minutes and connect." And she was connecting with me, and then she went back out, and he got me this beautiful grape agate it was, and I'd never even heard of it before. And it's next to my bed, and it's about opening your third eye chakra, connecting with your higher self. So if you find a great crystal, I don't want to say the word dealer because it's
retailer.
retailer, yeah. This is where it all comes in about connecting with your intuition. And don't, it's not, when I first started doing it, it was right, I need an amethyst, I'll just go to a shop and buy an amethyst. And now it's completely different.
Yeah. lead by how you feel and what you need. And it's like I knew when I was in Porto what I was going to look for. I was like, right, I need this to help me through a moment of surrendering to my past experiences. Crystal dealer, high on vibes. Yeah, not that kind of dealer. And
Not that kind of crystal.
yeah. See, this is a problem. I
Yeah.
can't laugh. And then I found it together. So I'm losing the plot now because all I can think about is crystal meth and like and
I never said that.
no,
This is why I say to you, we shouldn't live stream things.
I know,
I don't know what's going to come out of my mouth.
I know, I know. Oh dear. Okay, so I wanted to, I knew I was going to buy, I have lots and lots of crystals all over my house, in my children's bedrooms, different parts of corners of the house, especially ones near the front for reflective practice to get, to cleanse the area that when we come in, we can leave everything at the door and just be ourselves and collect our thoughts and have joy in our mind when we go to sleep. Because every single night you go to bed on your own in your mind, and if it's not healthy and happy and excited and fulfilled, then something has to change. It has to change within you and around you. And for me, definitely over the last 6 months, I've been going through a really tough time with letting go of past situations and specifically within an area of my life. And, I have pretty much most of it all worked out, but this little slice of the bloody pie is holding me back. And I had this intention to go there and be like, right, I need this, and that's what I want. I walked in there, I did not come out with anything that was related to that, but I was so drawn to what I actually purchased when I was there. And I walked around there for about half an hour, like going, And she was like, do you need any help? I was like, no, I'm absolutely fine. I'm just observing up and down. And then I went round again and somebody else came in and I went round again and I was like, yeah, that. And yeah, this is just one of them that I got. It's just absolutely gorgeous and a huge piece which I got stopped at customs for. And yeah, it definitely was. Like there was like, you have this huge thing in your bag, and I was like, yeah. Don't take it off me, it cost a fortune. And they were like, it's a crystal, it's a crystal. And I was like thinking, customs never seen a crystal before.
I was like that when I had to take my sage to America. I was like, oh, I took
Mm.
some Palo Santo in the end because I was like, I'm not taking that.
Few herbs in the bag.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So,
mean, it's just like having, if you can imagine like your best friend, you go to your best friend, you want to feel calm. You want to go to your best friend when you feel energized,
mm.
grounded. If you get the right crystal, it'll support you in that kind of way. And also, just to say that you will get people that think you're a bit crazy for having crystals and stuff. I literally like, I'll be lying on the bed with the crystal on my forehead and the kids just come in now and completely ignore me. But when I first started doing all this, everyone's like, and especially like extended family members, like, oh my God, what's she doing? But who cares? At the end of the day, if people don't think that they work, I just say to them, well, that's fine. You don't have to
Well,
think. It just makes me feel better. It just makes me feel better. None of their business anyway, but if you want
everyone
to lie on the bed with a
has
crystal on your forehead, do it.
everyone has an opinion, don't they?
Oh, here she goes.
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. Okay. So let them. My theory of 2024 has been let them, let them, let them, let them. And do you know what? If it brings you joy, then go with it, roll with it. Take our introductory course, learn a little bit more about how you can bring joy into your life with this energy. And if you want to take it a little bit further, then do our certification program. Let me tell you, it will not be the first course you do with us. It definitely will not be, because when you see the magic that is within them, the support that we give, and the connection that you get, it'll change your life. It will
Oh yeah.
definitely
It's
change your
just this is just like the tip of the iceberg for a crystal journey. It's
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for joining us. Please do check out our website, www.theclaritycircle.co.uk. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, yada, 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 pretty much every social platform going. Our new podcast is going to be releasing in 2025, the first quarter, which is obviously going to be impeccable because mine and Gemma's personality is amazing.
It's going to be X-rated.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, and lots more things coming. If you are in the Northern Hemisphere, Southern Hemisphere, where whatever season you're going into right now, especially for us in the UK, we are going into that wintering season where we get time for true reflection and introspection,
Literally
but
tonight. Literally
yeah,
tonight that's happening.
yeah, amazing, amazing. And if you are stepping into that warmer season where you're going to be out there, think about how you want to feel when you're showing up, when you walk in a room, because you know what? Energy does not lie. Energy does not lie. You can walk in a room and nobody can be facing you and they will turn and face you. Trust me, right? And proof of the pudding. Energy does not lie. And crystals will only amplify that energy for purifying all of what you want to call in within your life. So thanks for joining me, Jem.
Thanks, guys.
And we'll speak to you all soon, ladies.
Thanks,
Bye bye.
guys. See you later.